I've been getting a bunch of questions on how I painted my Skyward blade with resin, so let's just do a little tutorial while I paint the other side. First up, of course, is to sand down all the surfaces. These pieces are just glued together with cosplay grade hot glue because hot glue is amazing. First layer of paint for the guard and handle is a hammered gold, which just dries in a really unique pattern to make it more realistic, and then I go through with a metallic gold to make it nice and shiny, and then one more layer of the hammered gold to provide almost a rust effect. You can see here it's also a lot more textured, which helps to hide the 3D print lines. The blade is going to start off with a light blue spray paint because what we're trying to achieve here is a glowing effect. Using an airbrush, the edges are sprayed with a silver, getting darker near the tip. Well, that's all dry, and I primed the gold details with a brown to counteract the blue and start with a darker base. Then top that off with a thick metallic gold and made sure to add brown shading and gold highlights to the guard as well to make sure all the colors flow seamlessly together. Once the blade is dry, I used a white and blue pearl metallic mica powder to help smooth out the paint and give the blade a bit of a depth and shine to it. I focused the white on the edges while the blue stayed more to the middle to help with that glowing illusion. Finally, painting on a layer of clear resin to the blade not only helps to protect the blade, but also finishes it with a really nice glossy coat. You want the resin you're using to have already sat for about 30 minutes so that it's a little bit cured and doesn't drip as much as you paint it on with a paintbrush. I added some blue coloring and sparkles to the stuff that I painted onto the center blade and also poured that into the detailing area along the base of the blade just to give some more depth and color and excitement to it. The little gem on the handle is literally just a piece of foam with some resin topped onto it and then glued onto the rod. This may seem like a lot of extra and redundant steps to painting the sword, but personally I really enjoy painting, and I think that the multiple layers and different materials used add a lot of depth and texture and realism to the sword.